So I'm going to take my hair out while I do this intro. So I had a bath yesterday and then I put my hair in plaits, and that's tends to be how I kind of do my hair. I let it air dry and then right at the last minute I'll put plaits in, and then the next day I can take it out and I have like more volume in my hair. But anyway, so I thought that I would vlog today for a few reasons really. I haven't done a vlog in a really long time and I really enjoy making these videos. I feel like, I don't know, I feel like it's kind of like taking my friends around with me, which is definitely something that feels good during these isolated times. I also thought it would be interesting to kind of document living in this time at the moment, because we really don't know how long living in quarantine is gonna take. We don't know how long this is gonna be for. We don't know. It's a really uncertain time, and I thought it just might be interesting for myself in the future and for other people in the future to kind of look back on. And also, you know, it's fun at the moment to kind of share different people's experiences of quarantine, maybe. I'm also finding it kind of tricky at the moment to come up with content that I want to be filming, because all of the videos that I had planned to film lately, I didn't want to be irresponsible and insensitive and show things that, you know, are kind of like inappropriate now. So I thought that I would just do a vlog. I really miss doing these videos. This is how I kind of got into YouTube, was more these like casual style videos. I really enjoy them. I know some of you have expressed that you miss them as well, so I thought I would just do that this week. Okay, it always looks a bit wild to begin with because it's like dead straight and then the curls, but my hair is like really heavy and it always like drops really quickly, so this will look a little bit more normal in a little bit. Woohoo! It looks very, not ringlety, but like a bit perfect, you know what I mean? So sometimes I'll even like put it up in like a ponytail or something for the first day and then like let it drop and loosen a little bit. So I don't know, maybe I'll do that today. So today is just going to be like really casual. Obviously I haven't planned anything today. I know that I'm having to go out today and I haven't left the house in 3 days, like at all. I haven't even been going on a walk because at the moment the situation is that it's really dangerous just to go outside at all because of where we are in the curve. So we're trying to flatten the curve, and at the moment it is like just past the peak, which means that like we should be really doing our utmost to really minimize contact with other people as much as possible, and sometimes that includes just not going out at all. So I haven't left the house in a few days. Also, I've just been really busy with work and trying to like sort out what all of this means for my business. So yeah, that's what I've been doing. So today, anyway, I need to go to the shops. I need to pick up a few things. I've run out of a few liquid items, so I'm gonna need to go to the bulk shop to get those things. And we need some vegetables. So I know I'm gonna do that today. Otherwise, I'm not sure what I'm gonna be doing today. There we go, that looks a little bit better. That's the intro to the vlog. And let's see where it takes us. Let's do a day in the life of quarantined living. I noticed this morning that there's a new little baby leaf coming through. Welcome to the world. Thought maybe I'd show you, excuse me, I'd show you an outfit of the day today. So this is all secondhand. This cardigan is over 10 years old. I thrifted it years ago. This like trouser, high-waisted thing was given to me as like a hand-me-down from somebody who also got it from a hand-me-down. So I don't know how many hand-me-downs it's been, but it's this like cotton, really thin, stretchy material, which is really nice. And this top was thrifted a couple years ago as well. I think it was actually from a yard sale, no, not yard sale, a car boot sale. So I think it was like 50p or something. So yeah, and then this was obviously free, and then this is, I don't remember how much it was. And even the hair tie was found on the ground outside, not recently, but I found outside and gave it a good wash. I just don't buy hair ties anymore because there are so many around just like on the floor that I see, and they're in perfectly good condition. They've just like fallen out of someone's pocket or something, and I'll bring them home and give them a wash and use those, because my hair is so heavy that the elastics break in it all the time, and I just be constantly buying new ones. So I just constantly pick up ones anytime I see them, bring them home, give them a wash, and yeah, that's what I do for hair ties. These earrings are from a really lovely company. I'll link them down below. They're all handmade sustainably out of recycled materials, and these were made without any electric. They were just handmade by being hammered. So I'll link her information down below. She's got some beautiful jewelry, and this was gifted to me years ago, this like little quartz crystal necklace. And yeah, that's my outfit for today. So I made these overnight oat chia pot things last night, and that's what they look like now. Give it a bit of a mix, and it's got things like oats and hemp seeds and chia seeds, mango, raisins, pumpkin seeds, walnuts in it, and so it's full of goodness. Really easy to do as well, and with things that I can easily find at the moment in bulk, things that are accessible to me, and so it's pretty affordable and accessible at the moment. So I've done this for a couple of nights now. That one looks a little bit nicer. So for at night for the next morning a couple of times, and it's really, really good. It's really delicious, nutritious, because it's important to keep our health up at the moment as well, especially. And the containers that they're in were from a takeaway. These are actually compostable packets, but we save them up because we can use them a couple more times. So I'll use them until they start kind of being unusable, and then I will recycle them. I also made this lip balm yesterday. I tried coloring it to be like a tinted lip balm. If it'll focus, come on. But I'm not sure how well it turned out. It looks a little bit grainy and a little bit bitty. It's like, I tried mixing it in to make sure that it was gonna be blended well, but I don't know, maybe, I don't know what I need to do. So if you have made a tinted lip balm, I've used beetroot powder in this, and if you know any tips for how to make it less grainy and mix a little bit better, let me know. Maybe I just need to add more or less. I'm not sure. But I'll still use it. It's still a good lip balm. It just looks a bit funky. So as you know, I have a bullet journal, and last month I actually went off the rails a little bit, and I didn't bullet journal at all for the month, and my mind was scrambled and I've been really unfocused. So I'm making sure this month, today's the is it the 2nd? Today's the 2nd of the month. Yesterday I got all my weekly plan and everything set up, and I am getting back into doing the bullet journal. So this morning I'm going to check what's on my to-do list, write out all my things. If you saw my bullet journal flip through, you'll see that I've got things like a tracker and a gratitude journal and a brain dump and things like that, which I'll be filling out every morning as well now. So I'm going to be doing that while I eat my breakfast. So we're about to head out to the shops now to do a little liquid run. We need a few liquid items that we get from bulk. Thankfully our bulk shop is still open during this time, so we're able to go and refill things rather than buy them in plastic, which also means that we don't have to go into the giant supermarkets, which are more dangerous to go into, and have things in plastic, so we can still live fairly sustainably, which is really nice. Obviously that's not like top priority right now, looking at plastic, but we're still obviously doing that where we can. Obviously our health and buying things when they're available and being able to eat is top priority, and we're still keeping in mind our impact on the earth. So we're still trying to buy things with minimal plastic and minimal packaging where we can. So we're going to a bulk shop. I've got this is where I keep my hair conditioner, so we're going to fill this up with some more hair conditioner. I also need some more liquid soap for our dishes, which we keep here, but we have a little bit left in the bottom there, so I think I'm going to take this jar instead and fill that up and just have that ready to go. And I have a feeling there was something else that I'm forgetting. Peter?
Yeah.
What else do we need? Got hair conditioner and the washing up soap. Oh, maybe some laundry detergent if they have some. If not, I'm gonna make Rihanna's recipe.
Yeah.
But that will mean buying things online, which I don't really want to do. So if they have some laundry powder, I'm gonna get that. Otherwise, I'll make one. So yeah, we're gonna go and pick up a couple of essentials. Okay, we've got our jars, we're ready to go. I'm also gonna take a couple of these tote bags. These ones are really great because they're collapsible, but also because they're like waterproof, washable materials. So if I go in anywhere that seems like it might be contaminated, anywhere dirty, I can just come back and throw these in the wash, and then they dry really quickly. So these are really great at the moment. Been using these, only using these. This is our favorite garden. Oh, God. So we're heading to the shops now, and the precautions we're taking are mainly hand washing. The bags I told you are washable. This is washable, all of this is washable, so we can clean ourselves and all of the things that possibly were contaminated when we get home. We did have those face masks, but they are single use at the moment because they're so popular, because they're needed. They're one, sold out everywhere, and two, very expensive. So it was £60 for two of them, and they're disposable. And we can't be doing that all the time. So what we're doing is bringing things like scarves and hats and stuff around so we can cover ourselves, especially our faces, if we go into an area that's dangerous. Obviously we're outside now, so it's fine. So we're keeping our distance from people and covering ourselves, and if we do need to go into anywhere inside where there are other people or it's been populated, then we just cover up and also wash thoroughly when we get in. My hands are actually really dry because I've been washing them so much. Yeah, that's what we're doing.
And yeah, it doesn't necessarily protect all that well, but it will stop if someone's like coughing or sneezing, and there's a chance it's going to do something better that is better than nothing anyway. But of course, yeah, it's not going to be perfect, but we're just working with what we've got.
The vital things are hands and face. That's the most important at the moment. Hello, sweetie. Oh, we can't fuss them. So I'm going to share with you what I got, just so you can see what kind of things I'm able to buy. So we'll start out with this, what's on top. We got some celery, which is nice. We found a local shop that used to do more like trinkets and clothing, and she had like a couple of bits, like maybe some apples and bananas before, but now she's kind of kitted out her shop to be more like a local greengrocer, which is amazing. It's exactly what I've been wanting her to do anyway, or anywhere to do, because we haven't had a local greengrocers around near where I live before, which has been frustrating. But now we kind of have a local greengrocer, so I'm just really hoping that she keeps it like that even after quarantine is lifted. So anyway, we got some celery from her, and it's all loose and local. Some bananas, some onions, essentials, and we got an aubergine from her as well. And then we went to a like a local Asian dim sum shop that has like, it's like a mini Asian supermarket, and they also have some like fresh dim sum there, but they don't at the moment, so it's just like a little supermarket where I got some tofu and some tempeh, which is wrapped in plastic. Like I said, I'm kind of getting as much food loose as I can and sustainably as I can, but there are some bits that are just, at the moment, there's not a lot of access to kind of these kinds of foods at the moment, and we want to make sure that we're eating like enough food and we have enough for us. So this is for the freezer, for in case we like run low on other things, and then the tofu is always good to have in. So I haven't been able to go to a main supermarket. They're not letting people in at the moment unless you're vulnerable. We went there the other day and they were letting more vulnerable people in, so people over 50 and people who are ill. We can go later on in the day, but there's a long queue and you're not guaranteed to get in, and it's just really difficult at the moment. So we're buying local as much as possible. We do that anyway, but we do top up in supermarkets, but at the moment we're not able to. So we're kind of reliant on our local smaller shops. And then from our local bulk shop, we got a few things. Oh no, we got, hang on, these are hiding in here. We got 2 pears as well. Trying to stock up on as much fresh fruit and veg as we can when we see it, because oftentimes we've been out purposely to look for fruit and vegetables, and normally, you know, you think of what you need and you go out and get it, but at the moment we've been unable to get the things when we want them. I know it's like a first world problem, and we're experiencing now that that's not the case. So whenever we see something, we get it. So we don't always get the things that we like plan to get, but we get kind of similar things, and we needed some fresh fruit and veg because we're out, and we've been kind of relying on beans and rice a lot lately. Our meals have been basically that, which is great, but we also wanted to get some fresh in us for that vitamin content. So she was selling pears, so we got a couple of those. And then from Harriet, she's wrapping everything dry in brown paper bags at the moment instead of, so normally I would take my own jars like this. I would take this to refill, but in case of like cross-contamination, she's not allowing that at the moment. So she's giving everything in brown paper bags, which is a good alternative. It's low waste. It's not exactly zero waste, but it's low waste, and these can all be recycled because it's unbleached paper. So these aren't labeled, so I'm gonna have to open them to see what's inside. We got some pumpkin seeds. If you can see that. You trust me, right? Pumpkin seeds. We got some desiccated coconut. I did label this one. We got some red lentils, some raisins. I know what these are already because they're like peeking through. And we got a sourdough loaf. And then you saw us take our own containers, and that's just for the liquid items, and you also saw that they decontaminate them before they fill them up. So I give them a good scrub before I go, and then they have like a cleaning spray that they spray it with to sterilize them, and then they fill it up for us and then come and give it to us at the door. So we don't have like contact with the shop or anything inside, or the people who work there. So I got some hair conditioner, and then this one is not labeled, this one is. Some washing up liquid, and then this is some laundry liquid. And that's all we got. So pretty good considering the circumstances. our local shops, local and small, like single-owned businesses, are really propping up the community at the moment. It's what we're relying on. It's what we try to rely on anyway, more for the fact that we want to support that kind of business. But now we're like properly reliant on them because it's really difficult to get into supermarkets, and things are just flying off the shelves as soon as they're stocked. So thank you so much to our local community of shops for giving us access to the things that we need to survive at this time. It's really important. So I've decided to make ice stream is what I call it, because it's made with bananas, and so it's like ice cream, but it's a dream, because cream is the thing that it isn't, rather than nice cream, which is what some people call it, but it's not cream. Anyway, I'm making nice cream or ice cream, whatever you want to call it, for lunch. So I have in these like reusable silicone bags some frozen bananas for when my bananas go like nice and ripe, like when they're speckledy brown. I'll take a bunch and freeze them, ready to make some ice cream, and that's what we're gonna have for lunch because it's quick. It's already the afternoon, it's like 2 p.m. and I'm pretty hungry. So I'm gonna pop that in here. They need to be left for a few minutes, maybe like 10 minutes, just to soften up a bit so that they're not quite so hard, just a little bit. And then I'm just gonna blend them up. Maybe add some fruit, maybe some cocoa powder. We'll see what I'm feeling. And that's gonna be lunch, because I am feeling very sleepy. I've had just that little bit of breakfast already, and then we've been running around the shop, so I need some fuel in me. Oh yeah, that looks great. I added cherries to it, that's why it's bright pink. So here is what we ended up with. I've been trying to take a good photograph of it, which has been surprisingly difficult, so it's actually melted a little bit. But this is my ice cream bowl. It's got bananas and cherries. So I added on top hemp seeds, desiccated coconut, flaked almonds, and some peanut butter. So I think what I'm gonna do now is wind down, to be honest. I've got a little bit of laptop work to be doing, so there's nothing really much to show you anymore, and then I'm gonna be having dinner, probably a curry or something, but it's not a what I eat in a day video, so I didn't need to show you that. And then it's quarantine, so I have no evening plans. If I do anything, I might just call my mum, and that's about it. And then I'm gonna have an early night, and that's about it. So I'm ready to wind down, do a little bit more work, and then cozy up with maybe watching something. We've been watching, what's it called? What's that called, what we've been watching? Ozark. We've been watching Ozark, which has been really good, so I recommend that if you're looking for a new show to watch. That's it for today, so I hope that you enjoyed this more casual vlog style video, and I'll see you in the next one. Be sure to subscribe if you're new here, and I'll see you in the next video. Right, bye.